Hello everyone, welcome to Mayfest 2017. We're live right down here in Bennington, Vermont. Beautiful. Come closer to you. All right, Ryan's telling me to come closer. And here's Beck.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a little new Mayfest show this year, right, Beck?
We are. It's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, so as you can see, we've changed it up a bit. We've changed our location down the street a bit. We've got a beautiful backdrop here. And we've got a set right here with you and I.
Standing set.
Standing. And right next to us is going to be a nice sitting set for a while. So we're very excited about that. We have some great segments. And so this new show, we've got, who else do we have here? We've got Willie Jones talking some art stuff.
We've got Nathan Wallace coming to talk about cap notes.
We have Chris Bates talking with Bill Colvin about the Putnam Block. We have Matt and Jonah from the Chamber coming.
Yep. We have our very own Ryan Scott doing a cooking segment.
He's doing some cooking. We have... Oh, I can't remember. Forrest from the Rescue Squad is coming down to talk about EMS Week and their great achievements this past week. And we'll be talking about various shows that go on here at Cat TV. So we're really excited about the new format we're trying.
Yeah, and then we're still doing the thing we normally do every year where we talk to all of the nonprofits, except this year we're actually going down to their booths and interviewing them to do kind of more cohesive packages, give you guys some footage to watch after Mayfest so that you can keep reliving
the beautiful day it is. Yes.
This fantastic event.
That's a good idea. It actually gives a little more excitement too. They can show some more stuff, maybe some props they have.
Exactly. All the swag they're handing out.
Exactly. So very cool.
Yep.
So, we're going to talk about it a little later, but we'll just talk about it now. You go every week to Second Chance Animal Shelter.
I do.
And you film the show Pets of the Week, which I believe is one of the longest running shows on Cat TV.
It is. I think when I picked up Pets of the Week, it had already had over 500 episodes or something. I don't know how many we're on now, but it's quite a lot.
Chris Gauthier carried it for many years and then passed it along to you, and you kind of refreshed it.
I have.
Rebranded it too. It's really good.
Yeah, given it a sweet new look, added some different information to it so people can really watch it and learn about the animals without, you know, having, like, there's a short version now and a long version, so you can kind of get the quick summary of all the cats and dogs and their personalities. It's updated every week so that, you know, as animals are coming and going from the shelter, we're trying to stay up to date with that.
Which is good.
It's really good. It's honestly one of my favorite things I do at Cat TV. Because in addition to learning about all the different animals, I get to learn about the different programs they're running and where they're going to be out in the community, and then we can pass that information along to all the viewers. It's a really fun program, actually.
Excellent. Well, yes, it's great to have the two versions. People who just want the quick snippet, or they want the longer information on the pets they're interested in. So.
And I have actually heard that people have come to the shelter specifically requesting to see animals that they saw on the show, so it at least works once in a while.
That's good. I think our next guest here is Nathan. He's going to be over here with us. Yep. Oh, yes.
Okay.
All right. So,
anyway.
So again, thank you for tuning in here, Channel 15 on Cat TV. We're very excited to be here live downtown.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful day and lots of people out.
It is a fantastic day for Mayfest. If you are watching from home, I, for once in my life, would tell you to turn off Cat TV and get down here if you can.
If you're able to come down here, we do recommend coming on down.
Yeah,
it's beautiful out.
There's a lot of great stuff going on.
Excellent. Well, I think we'll move on to our first guest.
Right.
He's here. He's waiting. So, Nathan, how long have you been working with Cat TV? Or volunteering, I should say.
Well, I don't know, it was way back, I guess, in the 80s, maybe?
80s, wow.
25. There was a time when the school board had a discussion about niche at the high school, and there was a big controversy about it, and a group of us got together to try to make some impact in society. It was sort of a people for the American way type of operation. And after that sort of folded up, then of course I ran into the Bennington bypass issue.
Okay, yep.
Which I was opposing. So that sort of carried me on. And then after that, I promised Jill Van Orden that the bypass would never go by her house. And fortunately, we did stop the southern leg, and their house could live in peace without all the traffic going by it. And so I just put on programs that I think are local interest and importance.
Well, I just have you hold your microphone closer. I'm just telling Ryan's telling me. There we go. So let's get more specific with Cab Notes. That's your show with CAD TV.
That's right.
It's once a month live in the studio. But tell us about how long it's been, guests you have on, those kind of things.
Well, as I said, the whole issue began with this People for the American Way thing, and also when Greg Eplerwood was here running CAD TV at its inception, there was this idea that the local television could somehow coalesce the community, and he was looking for some kind of interconnection between all the important entities in town, the schools, hospitals, businesses, churches, all the rest, which unfortunately I don't think ever really materialized the way it could have. But my selection for topics is really kind of off the cuff, inspirational whenever something turns up. Right now we're talking about the Corkscrew Railroad.
Oh, okay, yes, over on this side of town,
That Trenner Park built there back in the 1850s. The fact that the BCRC made studies about turning some of those paths into recreational paths sort of inspired that.
Right. Well, it's really exciting to see all those pathways out there. Have you had a guest on to talk about the Ninja Trail and all these pathways that are going to happen?
Well, we were talking specifically about the one on the Corkscrew.
The Corkscrew, okay.
Yeah, which is a fascinating line because it was built from here down into New York State, about 40 miles long, and it said it was not only a corkscrew here, but I guess going down through into New York State, there were so many. I thought they said something like 150 turns that would require the railroad to slow way down.
The Panel Historical Society just did a thing on that, though you were going to film. I went to the railroad, and it was quite interesting to listen to the corkscrew things.
So. Oh, is that what their plan was about?
So how long have you been doing the show Cab Notes?
I think that's been about 20 years.
20 years? Wow.
Some years, yeah.
So 12 programs a year, 20 years, that's quite a lot of programming for you.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I don't like to think about that big cumulative number.
Yeah, exactly.
The one downside of it was the change in technology.
Right,
at the outset, we had these VHS tapes or SVH tapes.
Well, true, yes, now it's all changed. It's true.
And I could edit it myself, or I could take it home and look at it in my own DVD computer. But nowadays, things are done on this little card, right?
Nice little. It's amazing what technology is doing these days. You're right. But it is great to have you in the studio. Have you enjoyed the new, fresh look of our studio?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I think it's a nice upgrade from the black. You get a nice little set table and all the backgrounds. So.
Okay. Yeah, much more variety there.
Yes.
Great place to see.
So now, in addition to Cab Notes, you're also very busy with some school board. Are you still on MAU school board and things like that too?
No, the opportunity came in the school board for a woman to take my place.
Oh, okay.
It was all men.
Oh, right.
All men. Still just all men except one woman.
Right. Okay.
And I thought that dynamic was becoming very negative.
Well, true. Yeah.
It's
nice to have a
sort of edges into the boys' locker room type scene, when we get in executive sessions, which is sad to say. But no, I'm glad they gave up my seat to someone who's much younger.
Gotcha. And you're still much involved with like a policy board for the SVSU. You go film that.
Well, yeah, I go video that.
Yep.
Right.
So it's good that you still have an interest in doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. At the outset, I sort of had a crush on the assistant superintendent, so I wanted to go and get a close-up view of her. And I just kept on going on the policy.
So for the future of Cab Notes, what do you see going for? We've got your show May, so we got your show coming in June. Do you have your next guest for June? Is it someone you can tell us now? Or?
Actually, it's sort of unusual because the May program is going to continue on in June.
Oh, okay.
So the Corkscrew Railroad. We actually went over to Brookdale,
Okay.
and found a man there who has a lot of railroad experience. And he gave us a very, very interesting talk on his experience and how the railroad operates.
It was very fascinating to listen to the Historical Society thing, so really cool. Yes, I was actually thoroughly enjoyed.
Have somebody down there who worked in the railroad? Or?
I don't know who was talking about it, but yeah. So, but it was very fascinating. He went through the history of the railroad coming through Bennington and Pownell, and the corkscrew he mentioned, all those things. So it was very.
Yeah, I thought it was fascinating that the corkscrew railroad basically was carrying a milk.
Yeah.
From northern
and
Vermont
not just
to New York
the
City.
railroad, but also the trolley cars and things like that. So.
Yeah, I mentioned there was some passenger service there too.
So what's been your favorite either production or moment working with Cat TV? In your whole span, has there been something that really sticks out to you that's like, I really enjoyed doing that, or was there a favorite cabinet show you did? Your favorite guest, I guess, or?
Well, I don't think I have a very good memory or something, but the programs come and go, and then I look forward to the next program.
Right.
And a lot of them had, I thought, some significant content to them.
Right.
And
yes, you've had some really great guests on. I mean, I know Ryan has been on the show for gardening, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So.
Yeah, one of the nice ones is the one we had in the spring, quite often, on what's coming up in town in the ensuing summer as far as activities and entertainment, and usually there's some very sprightly conversation there.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good to have.
It
nice.
Certainly gives you the impression that there's a lot going on in Bennington.
Well, it's true. There is a lot going on in Bennington. So we've got one more minute here with you, Nathan. Anything else you want to say about for Cat TV or just your show or anything else you'd like?
Well, yeah, I think the Cat TV staff right now is just exquisite. Incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we do have a great staff.
As people have gone by over the past years, say, oh, gee, well, that guy's pretty good, or this woman's pretty good.
Right.
And then the next one comes along, oh, they're even better, and it gets better and better all the time.
We're very lucky to have we have a very young, youthful staff led by Lisa and William. They do a great job. So we're really happy to be doing a lot of content, in these great shows. We're just trying to change it up and add a little spice to it. We've been doing this kind of the same thing every year, so this is our first year trying this. So hopefully people at home will enjoy this. So
right. Yep. Guys doing a fantastic job.
Well, thank you, Nathan. Thank you for joining us too.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll hold this. All right. So we're heading on over to Bill Colvin and Chris Bates.
That's awesome. I'm still with all the good things.
Look at him.
Hey, welcome to Mayfest 2017. I'm here with Stephanie Calabro. We do a show called Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped and Bennington Unwrapped. And our guest today out here is Bill Colvin, which we've talked to a couple times already about the Putnam Block, which we want to get a great insight right now on the Putnam Block.
So where are we? Where are we now in time with the Putnam Block and what's happening?
Right, so lots happened since we last visited 4 or 5 months ago.
Right.
The last time. We had just recently signed the option and we're kind of pulling together plans at that point. At this point, plans, feasibility studies are complete. Plans are well underway for what we think is a pretty exciting project which really has the opportunity to change Bennington's downtown for the positive. So at this point, we're looking at a couple of phases in the project. Phase 1 of the project would be the historic renovation of the courthouse or Penny Saver building, the Hotel Putnam, and the former Winslow building.
Okay.
So that would comprise phase 1, and then phase 2, we're looking at the construction right now of 2 new 4-story buildings to move forward, and trying to figure out exactly what the last piece of the block looks like. So there's a few options in play there. But we are deep into the process of lining up the various funding sources at that point and aggressively soliciting tenants. Delighted to say that with regard to phase 1, we're at about 70% committed tenants for phase 1.
Wow.
We just, after our open house on May 4th, have kind of opened up to the public the opportunity to lease some of the residential units, and the response has been tremendous there. and hoping by the end of the upcoming week have a couple of big meetings with prospective commercial tenants. I'm hoping for phase one we'll be close to 90% or more in terms of committed leases for phase one.
So at what point will you start like breaking ground on this?
So the plan at this point, the property still has not gone through the initial transfer. There are some title issues and legal things that often come up when you're talking about commercial real estate transactions.
Right.
Nothing we're really concerned with at all. We have completed the environmental due diligence, and unlike most transactions, the environmental numbers appear to be headed in a less costly, more positive
that's
direction
a good
as we
thing.
get deeper in.
Right.
Still significant. We're probably still looking at $1.5 million to clean the entire site of the various things that have contaminated over 200 years of history in downtown. But right now we're hoping to do that initial transfer to the Bennington County Industrial Corporation, which will act as the holding corporation on behalf of the Bennington Redevelopment Group. Sometime in the next month.
Okay.
And then we will continue along our way to line up the various funding sources for what we hope is an October closing to bring all of the money for phase one into the project. And that's about $23.5 million for phase one.
I have a question. Do you think that the town's people, the regular constituency of Bennington, do they comprehend the magnitude of what this truly is? Because this is huge for the town of Bennington.
Well, I think people are beginning to understand that, and I think people are typically and understandably skeptical. As
I get it.
This isn't the first time plans have been announced for significant projects in Bennington. I think this one is pretty far along, and I'm feeling pretty positive about it. I think the fact that we had 230 or 40 people at Old Castle Theater for the open house on May 4th and turned around a whole bunch more just couldn't get in is indicative of the fact that there's a lot of interest locally, and I think people are really starting to believe that this can happen.
So is there going to be a lot of demolition prior to reconstruction there? Like on the Putnam, I mean, there's a lot of, things that aren't really safe right now.
So obviously all of the historic buildings are going to be retained. Obviously the courthouse, the hotel, the Winslow building. Small portions of some of the historic properties will come down, probably portions of the Mount Anthony House, because they're structurally unsound, and then will be rebuilt there. So there'll be some demolition, but most of that demo will be in the kind of less significant structures, the pole barns that house the Greenberg lumberyards. The Greenberg hardware store itself will go away ultimately, because that'll be where parking will take place, and phase two of the project. So anyway, we're hoping to close in October on phase one and begin construction.
Boy, that is fantastic. Now, did you guys take into consideration too what the town needs? So one of the things that I've always been hearing is they want a food store downtown. Is that a realistic goal for the first phase, second phase, third phase? And is it going to be a known chain, or is it going to be the mom and pop type food store?
Yeah, it's an excellent question. So we've done a number of market studies beginning way back when the Bennington Downtown Area Plan was completed, kind of showed where the opportunities were. I think the group knew all along going into this project that if you're going to have 60 or 70 new residents or more downtown, 100 or so new people working in downtown, there has to be a grocery store.
Got it.
So we're updating that grocery study. We have a preliminary commitment from a grocer. It's not a chain. It is a grocer who has had experience in Vermont and currently has a store in Connecticut of about the size that we're looking at, about 10,000 square feet, full-service grocer, deli, but prepared foods, but all of your basic provisions.
And there's plenty of room, I think, for another grocery store in Bennington. When you think of really how many people there are, it's always fun to shop around.
Well, certainly, and there used to be 3 grocery stores in downtown Bennington at one point.
Now you have anchors. You're going to have some anchors. Do you already have those picked out?
Well, we're certainly working on those. So just yesterday we got a commitment for a significant office anchor in phase one. Bennington College is taking almost all of the Winslow building for faculty, for staff. Offices, some faculty studios, and grad student housing, and then a really cool gallery space on the first floor.
That would be great to bring Bennington College into community of Bennington.
Absolutely.
There has been this kind of separation for a long time, and
Absolutely.
they're a huge asset to our community to begin with. So.
Yeah, this project doesn't happen without the anchors institutions
Right,
that
right.
are around the table, both serving as equity investors and committing to stake in the project. It's really the only reason this project is possible.
So you brought a little pamphlet there that people can pick up. Right.
So this is available as a PDF on the Putnam Block website, as is all of the updated information. Shows the spaces.
What's the
that are available. www.putnamblock.com.
Okay.
And everything's there, and we're updating it on a almost daily basis at this point as things change.
Right.
Contact information is there. If you're interested in leasing space, commercial or residential, contacts there. It ends up at my desk.
Speaking of residential, you're going to have are they going to be high-end condos, or what are they going to be?
There will be in phase one. There will be 32 apartment units. 15 of those will be dedicated as kind of micro apartments for grad students at Bennington College.
Okay.
Right.
There will be 17 units of one and two bedroom units in the Putnam Hotel. The Bennington College is going to take up some of those for faculty housing. The medical system may take a few of those for residents or docs or other staff that's come through, and the rest will be available to the market. Signing up leases now for some of those.
So
They're going to be
have
great.
parking for these apartments? Is that?
There won't be dedicated parking for these apartments. It's going to be urban kind of downtown living. There's 350 parking places within a 2-minute walk.
That's pretty good.
Of the site, including we're going to create about 120 to 130 new parking places as part of the project. So parking's not going to be an issue.
Okay, all right, sounds really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think this is a great.
Exciting.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've been here for a long time, and
Long time, and we've been watching the deterioration over time, which is very disheartening. So it's really good to see something that's going to revitalize. 4 acres, right? That's about what it is.
It is, yeah.
4 acres in downtown Bennington, to change that, it's going to change everything.
Well, it certainly will, and I think everyone on the group is hopeful that it's a domino that kind of tilts other additional private investment. It's a heavy lift. This is challenging, and there's a lot of moving parts. So we're feeling optimistic. Things are going well, and we're hoping that.
And what is the long range time frame for the last to be completed?
So phase one, if things go according to plan, phase one will begin in October, be completed in about January 2019.
Okay.
And then phase two would be exactly a year behind that. Hope to begin construction on the new buildings in October of 2018 for occupancy in early 2020. So by early 2020, things go according to plan, we'll have about 95,000 square feet of renovated historic structures and 140,000 square feet of new building on the site.
are you going to change obviously the bottom will be changed, but you'll keep the structural part in the front of the Putnam Hotel, right?
All the facades they're going to be updated, but they're going to be, if restored towards their historic character.
Are you going to leave the Putnam Hotel up there?
Probably. I would seems likely that
It's
we would.
pretty cool.
The other cool thing that's happening is all of those first floor spaces will be accessible. Not currently accessible spaces.
Right,
So
right.
as part of this project, all spaces within the project on all floors will be fully accessible.
Wow, that's awesome. I think the whole project is a great project. For something that will bring new life into a struggling town for the most part. It doesn't look like it on, when you first come here as a tourist and stuff, but we really are struggling. And we need this. We need this bad.
Yeah, this is the time. The really positive news is it's, Bennington institutions and individuals and businesses and people stepping up to do this on behalf of Bennington and really stepping up to do it for itself.
Right.
And that's the reason it's going to be successful.
And it's long-term, which is even better yet because it's a long-term project, not something that you're going to come in, blow out, and there you have it. It's a long-term
people who are anchored in the community, long-standing institutions,
there's a project team here. Because of the funding sources, we have compliance periods for 7 to 10 years. So this is really not a, we're open and the ribbon's cut and everybody good luck. This is really a team affair that's going to remain a team affair for years to come.
And before we run out of time, we're going to be running out of time soon. How much of this really is taxpayer money? Is it a slim amount? Is it a big amount? Because the way I see it is it's very slim that the taxpayers would even be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, so there is federal taxpayer money, which through tax credits and the like, which is coming to bear. But at this point, there has been no requests which have implications for local taxpayer dollars.
That's great.
Now, if we move forward and if a tax increment financing district is created, that's a possibility. That will be a decision the voters of the town of Bennington will make.
I think that's a good thing.
If approved, that bond would be paid for by the increased revenues generated by the project. So we expect a positive impact on Bennington.
Yeah, I do too. I'm pretty excited.
Right, I'm excited about it. So what do you think is would you say would be needed right now?
We need, people who continue to speak enthusiastically about the project. We need leads on commercial retail, in particular tenants, people who may be interested in leasing space in the hotel, Winslow, or courthouse space. We're going to have, 5 or 6 retail spaces there. We have leads and we're engaged with a few retailers, but it's going to be really the toughest challenge. Brick and mortar retail, it's challenging.
It is.
And we are intending and have assembled a retail support team to really work with the retailers as part of the project to help them be successful. So we're looking for those folks, and we're hoping that people are going to be as excited about this as the project team.
Now the other thing too is, do we have the population in and around Bennington to really support this project?
Well, so the project's being devised based upon market studies and what we believe is going to be required. We're creating a number of housing units we think can be absorbed by the market. We're putting a grocery store in a place where there isn't one. Downtown Bennington's been noted as a food desert in the past. So there's an opportunity there. That's a USDA federal designation. So we're really trying to be sensitive to what are the needs, and we want uses there that are going to be successful. That's the only way this project makes sense.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just, I'm still in awe of the whole thing with all the good things that are happening in Bennington.
Absolutely.
In the 5 years I've been here, the Putnam Bach, the roundabouts, the new Walmart, I mean, all these cool things that go on here in this town.
Yeah,
it is growing.
Well, it's changing. The population is not growing. I mean, we're certainly hoping that, as we move forward, the population, does grow at least a little bit.
Well, this will alleviate a little bit of the problem in terms of providing some housing for people who might want to come in here and do some things, because housing is one of the issues that keeps people from coming here.
Yeah, really, housing's a component of the project that we're really least concerned about filling. We know that demand is there. We know people on both ends of the spectrum, people starting out, young professionals and other young folks want to live in a more urban environment. Study after study has shown that. People now want to age in place and have the ability to walk to services, grocery stores and the like, and want to move into downtowns as well. So both ends of that spectrum, we think are going to find this housing attractive.
So when you have more people living here, you'll have more people walking around here, and then that alone just makes the community look more lively.
We got to run.
Okay.
So real quickly, your website again?
www.putnamblock.com.
All right, well, thank you so much. Hey, everybody, thank you very much for checking in with us for a little bit, talking with Bill Colvin. We got to run. Steph, Bennington Unwrapped, and Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. So say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bennington.
Welcome back to Cooking with Scuttle. This is the first ever Cooking with Scuttle Live, and we have Chris Bates here. You just saw him a little while ago, but we're back and we're going to cook some awesome stuff for you.
What are we cooking?
Oh, you're about to find out.
I can't wait. It's always a surprise with you.
As you can see, the grill is here. It's a little warm. You might see some smoke. But keep in mind, most people think of burgers, chicken, pork, things like that on the grill. This time, we're doing junk food.
I love junk food.
Me too. So we're going to go through. We have 3 recipes for you. Enjoy, because you're going to want to try these at home, trust me. All right, first up, Chris, would you hand me a banana?
Yes.
Go ahead and grab onto that and hand it over.
I would love to hand you a banana.
Thank you very much. And so, I know this is something they do in the Girl Scouts. This is something they do, like, it's kind of a cool thing you can do camping. It's really awesome. It tastes great. It's kind of like a s'more in a banana.
Oh,
right?
that's even better
So,
yet.
what we want to do is cut through the peel. We're going to leave the peel on this banana. And we want to cut again, and we're making it almost like a canoe. So we're cutting out a nice channel in the banana. They're usually yellow. This one's a little green. Don't worry about it. All right.
And he's so serious, folks. Look at him. He's so serious about cutting a banana.
Chris, can I have the marshmallows, a little
Yep,
one?
yes. Would you like the whole entire bag of them? There you go.
Do you want some? So, actually, can you grab some and hand me a few of those marshmallows?
Why don't I just, is it open?
It is.
Why don't I just pour some in your hand?
Perfect.
All right.
So we just need a good handful of marshmallows. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. And we're just going to put some right here inside the banana. So, put some marshmallows inside.
Has anybody told you how the form that you have is perfect? You have great banana holding form and marshmallow form.
I do, thank you.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm eating this myself. And we have the chocolate chips.
Yes, the chocolate chips.
It's sort of like we're doing surgery. Scalpel.
Scalpel.
Here, yeah, just a few. That's good, perfect.
Okay.
So we're going to take the chocolate chips, put them on top of the marshmallows. This is something you're going to want to try already. I mean, seriously, have you ever had, what is it, Chunky Monkey ice cream?
Chunky Monkey ice cream,
This has a lot of the same
absolutely.
ingredients, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So, and we just need some foil here, if you don't mind.
Foil.
So, we're also going to make some popcorn balls. First time ever. It should work nicely. That's perfect. All right. Thank you. Just roll that up.
That's pretty simple, really. It's a great project for kids.
Chuck it on the grill. That's easy.
Chuck it.
Next thing, we're gonna make one of these cool popcorn balls. I pre-made some. More foil, please.
More foil.
We've got this pre-popped popcorn because I was too lazy to pop it myself. A little more. Go ahead, and I'll switch with you.
Okay.
So fold this in half,
This is awesome. I get to help Ryan.
and you get to eat.
And I get to eat. Eating is great. These are great little easy grilling tips too on how to make this stuff. It's really nice.
So this is folded in half. So we want to make almost like a cup here, right in our hands. Fold, tuck three corners, and let's put some popcorn right in there. And then we need the mini marshmallows, the butterscotch, and then have fun with it. So we can do some
Okay.
of the nuts and stuff too.
So you want the mini marshmallows?
Yep. So we'll just pour some mini marshmallows in. A little more. We're gonna load this up. Cool, that works.
Okay.
And we'll do some chocolate chips and even the butterscotch chips if you want, whichever.
Okay, we'll go with both. How's that?
Yeah. Sweet.
So
That's good.
what other things do you would like to cook?
I like to cook anything with spicy peppers, fresh veggies, junk food.
Junk food?
What about you? You like some salad?
Oh, I love
And then we're
salads.
just gonna top this. You can add some sunflower seeds. You can add cashews, almonds, really anything.
You want some sunflower seeds?
Let's just do some popcorn. We'll top it off.
More
We're running out of
popcorn.
time here.
More popcorn.
A little more, just a little bit to cover it. All right, good. And we're just really going to form this into like a soft ball. So go ahead and just press it in, make it nice and round. This is an experiment here, so let's see if it works.
He's always experimenting, folks. I've cooked with this man. Believe me, I have cooked with him. We experiment. Both of us
True.
do.
So, we've got a nice big round ball here. It's full of some nuts and popcorn and chocolate chips and marshmallows. Chuck that in. We've got another one here. The last thing we're gonna make is s'mores.
S'mores.
Some corn. That joke's always used.
Okay.
So, I'll take the foil. I've pre-cut these graham crackers in half, so we're gonna need those. Let's just do 4 pieces total for 2 s'mores. All right. So all we need to do is put 2 right here,
Okay. Grab
2
two.
halves, side by side. We need the big marshmallows, and instead of using Hershey's, we went over to the Village Chocolate Shop and picked up some almond and cashew bark. We're gonna slap that right on. Local stuff, you know.
Okay. Marshmallows? No, marshmallow. See, I always say it marshmallow. It's not. It's
So can you
mallow.
grab 2 pieces of whichever, maybe like a white and a dark.
Yep.
These I want to kind of squish the marshmallows a little bit. The marshmallows.
Yes, it's
Go ahead
marshmallow.
and put one on there. Nice and chocolate. Real white chocolate. And we've got the other one. And let's top it off with some grams.
Couple grams. Got it?
Yep, one more. All right.
Okay.
So we go ahead, wrap that nicely.
Nice and tight.
Yep, keep it nice and tight, wrap it. And toss this in the grill, flip it after a few minutes until it melts the chocolate and the marshmallows. Oh look, it's done!
That's awesome. It's done.
So what we have here,
Smells pretty good.
dude,
Whoa, look at that.
look at this, look at this.
That's a good one.
We've got our beautiful, completed popcorn ball ready to eat. Very nice.
Nice. Very nice,
That's
Ryan.
good. And some more banana. So that about wraps it up. Thank you for joining us today. Tune in next time and we will teach you how to make something else.
Food porn.
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah.
You had a fun segment there.
Dude, I'm hungry. I mean, I'd rather be there eating, but I guess we can talk.
You know me.
I guess we can talk beer, right?
You know me. I got a sweet tooth. I'm hungry for sweet foods. But yes, let's talk beer.
Absolutely.
You and Will had a big initiative for that beer show. Talk
That
about
beer
it.
show, yeah. You know, it's not like just about brewing. That beer show on Cat TV, of course, it's about the passion, about the creativity, about the people behind the craft of brewing. So we've been talking about doing a show about beer for a few years. So finally, we decided, let's just do it. We're busy, but let's just do it.
Right.
So we like to interview brewers, of course.
Right.
We like to, we talk to people in the industry, whether they bottle or whether they manufacture the equipment that's used to make beer.
Right.
We even talk to people who serve beer because that's a huge, everyone in every part of the beer world is very important when in the world of beer. So basically,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it's just an awesome opportunity for these people that are so passionate about
Right.
what they do
Right.
to show off their stuff.
Cool. And correct me if I'm wrong. You went to film. Mr. Magic Hat was down here talking.
Yes.
Did you get to film?
Yes.
him?
So Alan Newman.
Yeah, that's right. Alan
he was in
Newman.
town.
Newman.
Yeah. He was here for a really cool presentation about business, talking to entrepreneurs. And
Cool.
you'll see more of this content soon. But we got to chat with him, and he really gave a cool perspective on the world of craft beer as a whole, and kind of some of the components of it.
Awesome. So it's a monthly show.
It is
30 minutes.
30 minutes,
And
and it's
next episode comes.
It starts in, I think, about a week, early
wow.
June.
Okay.
So we have cool segments, like a minute with Brewer Will, where he might talk about the difference between IPAs and double IPAs, or a glass segment where he tells you why you might not want to drink out of a pint glass,
Right.
for example.
And me as a layman would never know that, so it's great.
And
information.
most people don't. So it's just really cool that there's all this information. It's educational, history, culture, but also good tasting beer.
Absolutely.
Awesome
and
stuff.
I hope to join you at some point for some cider.
Yes.
I do enjoy
Because we
cider.
do we'll include anything. I mean, I'd even put wine on it.
Hey,
Because
wine's
it's really
good.
about brewing in general, and
Right.
wine, as far as I know, it's brewed, right?
It's brewed, just different
Yeah.
processes.
There's yeast, there's sugar,
Yep.
and we make alcohol as a byproduct of that.
Right. I think the biggest thing is wine uses grapes. So.
Yeah, it's very cool.
But so we got a minute left. All right, so let's
Not
talk
bad.
another whole minute of beer. So
I could talk 200 minutes about beer.
obviously we know Will, who works at Cat TV,
Brewer
is
Will,
the
yep.
head brewer of Madison's.
And he's the host of our show.
And he's the host.
Yep.
So he has a busy time with you guys.
He does.
What's been your favorite highlight of the show so far?
Besides tasting the beer, because we do that in each episode, we do sample 2 to 4 beers.
Lucky.
We try to go state, New England or regional, and then something like from Colorado, like Left Hand Milk Stout, my first favorite craft beer. I saw Beck Knott over there. It's Left Hand Milk Stout. It's awesome.
Colorado is good.
Thank you guys for listening in. Feel free to watch that beer show if you want to. It's on Cat TV. We put it on Facebook as well.
Tune into that beer show. Awesome.
On Cat TV.
We'll be right back.
And drink some beer.
All right. Hello.
Hello, Alex. Good to have you in front of the camera.
Thank you. Thank
I know
you.
we're all running around today, sharing the roles here, but we're going to talk about Cat TV underwriting.
Great new opportunities abound at Cat TV regarding underwriting for nonprofits, for commercial businesses, for even individuals.
Absolutely. We have a couple different things. Underwriting. We also have, if you don't want to underwrite, you can support Cat TV by being a supporter. Or if you really want to create content, you can be a content contributor. So if you really want to make something, a show to air on TV.
I know a lot of people have ideas about what constitutes good TV in Bennington, so come down and talk to us.
We hear lots of good ideas in the community. So if you want to learn how to use a camera and edit, we're right there for you.
Or if you're a local nonprofit who's looking to maybe expand your advertising or get your name out a bit more thoroughly in town, come talk to us. We have tons of opportunities.
Yes. We have a few underwriters currently. We're growing constantly. We have Sacred Heart St. Francis. We have Madison Brewing Company.
SVC Storm.
SVC Storm, which Chris Kipperly will be here a little later.
Awesome.
We have Jana Lilly from the Choral Society, who just joined for an underwriting.
She'll be on in just a moment.
She'll be on in a little while too, yep. And I think it's really cool because with the underwriting, we're able to provide unique things. So like for the Storm, we're going to do some live remotes at Ramunto's.
Yes.
We're going to do a live remote at the high school field for their football game in August. And with each underwriting, we also do business card ads, little minute promos.
On our website, on our channels, on our Facebook,
Instagram.
Yep.
They play around. So hopefully people are getting to know that business, learning more about it, going to concerts or going to the football. Those type of things.
And again, come down and talk to us. If you are thinking, oh, well, I don't know if they would do this, if this is what they do, come talk to us because we want to be flexible to be able to help you do what you're looking to do. And again, just come down, a commercial business, an individual, come talk to us about underwriting, sponsorship, anything.
We'd love to have you. We think, we offer a great service for the price. There's a couple different packages. You can do a year or half a year, installments and things like that. So we want to work with you and create some great content for Cat TV, but also get your business out there in the community.
So again, thank you for letting us talk to you about some underwriting and sponsorship opportunities for Cat TV.
And speaking of sponsorship and underwriting, let's go talk to Jana Lilly with the Bennington Choral Society.
All right.
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back. I am here with Jana Lilly from the Bennington County Choral Society, and they're one of our newest underwriting clients. We're super excited about it. We love filming their performances, and I guess take it away. Tell us about what's up with the Choral Society.
Well, right now we are celebrating our 40th anniversary of our music scholarship, which is the only music scholarship in this area.
That's wicked cool.
And we're trying to figure out how old we are because we have no idea. We know that we were started by 1966, but we don't know if we're older than that or not. But we're doing our scholarship on October 20th this year. And we have had students that have gone on to Broadway, who are teachers, like Holly Vandelinda of Sonatina. She won our scholarship, and we're very excited about it. And we're excited to be with Cat TV. And we're going to start a show with you guys. We're excited about that too.
That's going to be super fun. So tell me, do you know already what you guys are going to be performing in upcoming shows?
Yeah, our winter concert is going to be Mozart's Mass in C minor. Ooh. We may be doing a concert with Sage Symphony. We're working on that. And then next year in May, it's like the Mac Daddy concert. We're doing Verdi's Requiem, and there might be as many as 200 musicians performing that. 200 musicians.
That sounds awesome.
I know, that's going to be massive. And we are always looking for new singers, always. If you can carry a tune most of the time, if you can match pitch, you can join our choral society. We do a orientation in August, and you can come to our first rehearsal, test us out. But once you come to us, you're going to fall in love. We are that much fun. We are musically spectacular.
You really are, and it looks like you guys have a lot of fun.
We do. We are not serious at all. I mean, we're very, very serious about our music, but we like to have a good time. We like to be very supportive. We want everyone to just enjoy the music and be out there. I mean, this music playing is great right now. It makes me want to dance.
It really does.
It really does. We don't sing this kind of music, but we could try it. We will try it. And if you come by our tent today, you can try to stump the singers. That's right. Come up to our tent, give us $1 donation, and ask us to sing any song, and we will try to do it.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I might have to go do that.
We got Matt Harrington of the Chamber got us to sing the Pina Colada song.
That's pretty funny.
Yes, we were very excited to do that. We don't want to sing that song again, but if we have to, we will.
All right, and so just so people know if they are interested in getting involved, when do you guys rehearse?
We rehearse on Monday nights, 7 to 9 at the Second Congregational Church, and then we're going to be performing our winter concert in town, but our spring concert is going to be performed in Bennington and Keene, New Hampshire. We are going to be traveling with our concert.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, and how can people get in touch with you folks if they want to talk to you about joining?
Well, the best way to do it is to go to our website, which is bccsmusic@wordpress.com, which we are revamping. Go to our Facebook page, or more than likely you are friends with a choral member and you just don't know it, and grab one of them and say, hey, I want to join. Because we are constantly trying to get new people. Everybody's welcome.
All right, and let's see. How about, I'm trying to think of fun choral questions to ask. What is your favorite thing that you've performed with the Choral Society?
Oh, wow. That's hard. I think the one that most impressed me is we just did Beethoven's Ninth, and we learned that in 5 rehearsals.
That's pretty outstanding.
It is.
That's
it's
a
amazing.
Tough piece. And that was a collaboration with a full orchestra and everything,
We were
right?
collaborating with Springfield Community College, celebrating their 50th anniversary. I mean, we're just fun. You need to come try us. It's the best thing ever.
Cat TV is always there to film your performances,
and we thank you for that greatly.
I always love editing those. You guys put on a great show. I'm really looking forward to your upcoming show with us.
Yes.
I hope that seeing you guys in the studio more will bring a lot of really cool things to Cat TV.
Oh yeah, Cat TV is awesome. Everyone should be on it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for taking
Thank
time
you.
out of your busy day to chat with us. And viewers, definitely pop down to their tent, try to stump the singers and talk
We
about
will
joining
embarrass
up.
ourselves.
Sounds like a fun time. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your friends and neighbors today. My guest is Matthew Perry, who is the director of the Vermont Arts Exchange right over in nearby North Bennington. And hello, Matthew.
Hello, Willie.
How are you?
I'm great.
I know. Maybe I don't have to speak this loud. It just seems like I have to. Yeah, Matt and I are going to talk a little bit about the arts in the area. There was just something in the banner not too long ago saying that we are I think third in the arts destination. So let's talk to Matt a little bit about, you have summers coming up, kids will be out, Vermont Summer Camp at Vermont Arts Exchange. What will be going on this year?
Well, we have summer camps for pre-K through high school age kids. I have a list here because
Sure,
we
go
have
ahead.
an artology camp which combines science and the arts and sort of the mysteries of complexities of design and whatnot. We're going to have a lot of fun with that, using a lot of different elements.
Yeah.
Then we have a open studio, which is very popular, where a lot of kids get to work on different things. And then we also have a camp called Earth, Wind, and Fire, where we're going to be working outside in the ground, and we're going to be making kites and building fires and doing all kinds of different things outside.
As soon as summer camp is over, do you go right back to the drawing board thinking about the next year, the next summer, or do you give yourself a little break?
Yeah, we try to give ourselves a break.
And Basic Music Series will continue?
Basic Music Series.
Right over here at the Mason? Okay.
Yeah, we have a band going right now inside.
Right.
Clement and the Manish Boys.
Yeah.
Electric Blues Band.
Yeah. Tell me about this young man, Joey Bishop. I understand he's got an exhibit up at the Brown Cow.
Yeah, on Friday, June 2nd, an opening reception at 5 o'clock. And Joey is a local resident who's been working with us for about 10 years and doing a lot of drawings and paintings. And it's long overdue to have a show. He's got hundreds of pieces. So.
Yeah, did I read that he's never been to New York City, but he paints?
Yeah, the postcard, he had he did a drawing of what do you imagine New York City would be like.
That's amazing. I'm really looking forward to going to the Brown Cow and seeing that.
It'll be fun.
Is there anything else coming up in the area as far as the music scene goes that I don't know as much about the?
Yeah, I mean, there's really a lot. There's really a lot going on, which is pretty exciting.
I know there's Manchester Music Festival.
Yeah. There's, tonight there's actually today's the opening day of the Park McCullough House.
Oh, right.
So there's a band tonight in the Carriage Barn at I think 7 o'clock, and Tavo Carbone and a bunch of students, ex-students of Bennington College, alumni, and they'll be performing tonight. And there's just, between Harvest Brewing and, Donovan's and the different clubs around here, different places, there's really a lot of opportunity for local musicians.
And I know they do open mic at South Street.
Yeah.
They do have a
South Street Cafe, and there's just you just have to kind of get linked in and get on people's Facebook pages and try to find out.
Yeah. Do you have enough time to do your own art?
Not as much as I'd like. No.
I'm sure.
But I always stay creative when I'm working with kids and my teachers, and always plotting and planning and designing. The summer camps are new this year, some of them. So, it's always being creative.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm going to get a few words in here about the arts, too. I have to talk about Oldcastle Theater.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, there is an unbelievably sublime play at Oldcastle called Shipwrecked. In fact, this summer, into the fall, the season, we're going to go from a shipwreck to Gone with the Wind to a mystery taking place in the world of philately, which is stamp collecting. And then we're going to go to a very funny farce and ending up with a boy who blinds horses. So there's a little bit of everything for people. Blinds horses.
Blinds?
Have you ever seen the show Equus? It's an amazing drama, not for kids, it's for adults only, but they have an incredible season. But the show that's on right now, this young man, David Joseph, becomes a dog. And he is a dog throughout the show. He plays like 13 characters. I've never seen a person do a dog like this guy does. It's amazing. And then, of course, up in Dorset, I don't know if you saw that Tyne Daly and her brother Tim Daly are going to be there. In fact, I do have my little cheat sheet. Oh yeah, in between at Oldcastle, we're going to have a one-woman show written by Erin Peterson called Fresh Hell, which is about the life and loves of Dorothy Parker, who I just love it. And then Sunday night, tomorrow night, the gentleman who is one of the stars of Shipwrecked is doing this show called travels with a masked man. He found out as a young man or young boy that his father belonged in the CIA, and he's going to be doing his one-man, I don't know if he calls it a one-man show or whatever. And as I said, up in Dorset, you know, we've got the Dorset Theatre Festival. A young man that used to work with Oldcastle, I did a show with him too. He's written a play that's going to be up there this year called, I'm trying to remember, The Legend of George and McBride, something I'm looking forward to. Then of course down south we got Williamstown Theatre Festival. We go over to Weston, you go to Barrington. I mean, there is so much around this town, and we are so lucky to be blessed with some really good artists like Stella Eric and Shelley Duboff, and our poor friend Viola Moriarty, who I miss terribly. She was a wonderful friend and a wonderful lady, and she, just like Shelley Duboff, all of a sudden they became painters. I mean, it's just amazing how they could do that. And also there's, of course, the Clark. They've got the Clark Art, and if anybody wants to go up north, they go to the Shelburne. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to take people any place they want in Vermont. You have a young son who would be perfect for this show that's at Oldcastle right now. Folks, it is family friendly. If you have children and they've got imaginations and you need a little nudge in your imagination, this is a show for you. Three actors playing like 25 characters all together. It's amazing. And I think your son is how old? 5. You know, I think even he would get into it. I mean, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, just wonderful.
Well, the summer preview just came out today.
Oh, I didn't get to see it.
Preview.
Okay.
And I was looking through it, and I was just blown away at how much is going on. And this is a great piece of great publication to pick up and like keep all summer. If you have friends visiting, you just pull it out and you can see what's going on.
Right.
It's organized really well.
How long do people have to sign up for your summer camp?
I know, I messaged him and he's like, nope.
Well, right up until the week. We have Camp Danger's already sold out, so we have one more left in. We have a old school woodworking camp, and that one's sold. That one has one left. So they do fill up quickly. So.
Yeah, I see One World Conservation Center. I think they're doing some kind of a summer camp too.
Some good camps. There's a lot of great. Again, there's an abundance of art education and cultural education opportunities for kids, as well as parents to go out and see, live music and theater.
Do you miss the intimacy that you had over at North Bennington for your basement music series?
Well, sure. I mean, there are things I miss, but we found that intimacy. Like our last show we just had was a jazz show, and it was a duo, and we did it in Pangea Restaurant, and we sold out. It was 50 seats, and I wanted to do it there because it's a very intimate area, a very intimate room. We had a punk rock show, and we did that at Harvest Brewing, so that was a great venue for that, and that also filled up. So, even though we're not in the old place, we have the larger parties over at the Masonic Hall, more intimate ones, and by doing that, we're also able to get out into the community more, and partner with other people. This was a great night for Pangea. It was a good night for Harvest Brewing, and so it's we're trying to do more with less.
Any chance that we're going to be seeing Gypsy Lane Burlesque again?
Oh yeah, they'll be back in February.
I have gotten to know these people through Facebook, trying to get a bunch of them up here to do my show on at Cat TV. I am just in love with that group of people. They are just as friendly and sweet, and people say, burlesque show, and I think, I said, it's almost like I feel like you could take your family to this. I mean, I just love what those people do, and I'm so glad that you and Eric are working together to keep bringing them back. I am assuming Valentine's Day area, we have that weekend, Saturday before or after.
You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I know they've got a show down at somewhere it's in Northampton, Iron Horse or whatever. I think that's tonight, which is their last performance of the season. I don't mean to keep pointing at you, but I enjoy that evening so much. And the last 2 years, I brought folks right from here in Cat TV. I invite them, and we go over and have a really good time. I know are very close to wrapping up here.
All right,
I think they forgot to put a little sign up. Yeah, I'm sorry it had to be such a quickie, but that's the way it goes. So everyone, thank you to Matthew Perry, and look forward to more Your Friends and Neighbors on Cat TV. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're live. All right, live. Yeah. So you guys have been live for a bit. If you're not familiar with these guys, this is Spencer and Dave Lively here.
Hey, folks.
And they've been one of our first live remote shows for a while with Talking Tech and More.
That's right.
That's right. It started in
January, that's right. It's been a long time since. And I'll have you have this one so we can hear you too.
Oh, okay.
And you were a great help getting us started with all the producing stuff, and boy, that made it a lot easier for us to adjust to all the things that had to happen.
I've seen you guys grow. It's been a great show to see you grow. I see the little screen you have behind now, no longer TV, but you've implemented graphics and everything.
Yes.
So
just don't wear anything pink.
Yes, good.
But no, what?
So
here, you operate.
Hold that one? Okay, I'll hold that one. So, started back in January. Yeah. You've been going now, and we're in May, and you've ended your season. Season 2 comes in the fall.
Season 2 comes in the fall, probably the first week of September.
I'll let you decide the starting date for that. And,
all right.
So, what has been your favorite aspect of getting the show up and going? You know, like weekly, it's Thursday mornings.
Lav, Spencer, and.
Okay, got it.
I love this, Lisa. You should help us with our show.
Okay.
You should see the behind the scenes.
I think we got it all set, squared away now. So,
go.
Starting in January.
Right.
Weekly show Thursday mornings at 8:30 a.m.
That's right.
And you've been doing Facebook, and we're playing it on the channels and stuff. So, I guess what's been your favorite thing about getting the show going?
Getting through all the glitches. I think content isn't the issue for us because we're always got something to talk about, but getting through the issues of getting what we're doing there out to the Facebook listeners and viewers without some of the glitches that just some little, every time it seems almost every time there's some little thing, but we correct that and then something else pops up. But I think over time we're going to get a new computer, which tell us about the computer thing, Spence.
Well, the computer we have now has an i3 processor, which if you're following us on tech, I think you know what that is. And what you guys use is an i7, right?
Yes,
i7.
That really helps the stream.
Yeah, like that? Okay.
Yeah. And so that'll probably help with we're getting some buzzing and stuff. But the content is fun. We get crazy off topic sometimes by things that may not. That's the and more part, and it's a very important part of our title, of course. But that kind of makes it fun, and we get back on topic pretty quickly. And we would like to see more participation from our listeners and viewers while we're actually doing the show.
The ability for call-ins.
We do, people can call in.
You've had people from viewing all over the country on the Facebook side of things.
Yeah, from Oregon to
West Coast folks.
West Coast, California. Yeah.
Somebody in Europe was listening to us as well.
That Germany, and Germany. That was John Poe, who's our producer now. He's not here today. Yeah, he has relatives in Germany, so they were watching.
Excellent. So,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, come September, yeah, I mean, as the summer goes along, you see stuff that's coming along, and tech is changing so fast that what is cool today isn't going to be so cool tomorrow because the improvements are coming fast and furious. And by the time September rolls around, I think we're going to have to say, well, we're going to talk about this today. Well, I saw this back in August, but now they don't even make it anymore.
So that's a new iPhone by September. So you'll be having a new camera to film the live.
Yeah. Probably not this fall. It'll be the next generation. I'm still paying for this one.
Okay. So Trying to think forward. So season 2 is starting in September for you guys. Still going to be the same format, weekly Thursdays?
Yes, weekly Thursdays.
Weekly Thursdays.
8:30 on Thursday.
And looking back on, like I guess, season 1, what's been your favorite aspect, besides the tech glitches, what's been your favorite aspect of the show, I guess? Is it the viewer, the people tuning in, listening, or was there a favorite segment you've done, your tips of the week, or?
Well, we added the news, the tech news of the week, and Spencer researches that. And the hardest part about that, and sometimes the fun part, is to dry read script that I have not seen before, and it is. But some of the equipment and stuff that they mention the names, you have trouble with that. But that's kind of a fun part of it.
Yeah.
But I think the spontaneity of being able to talk about something and then be able to communicate back and forth and move along with the glitches and so forth, answer the phone calls, and Spencer added another screen so that we can see the comments that the listeners are making real time. That's important, because if they're taking the time to watch this, especially live 8:30 in the morning, that's kind of a busy time of day for a lot of folks. So if we can answer those comments or questions almost instantly, I think that's a really great part of the show, and doing that really helps us along. The time flies by so fast in the show that
true.
It's like we never run out of things to talk about.
Right. We started doing a half hour, and then you realized half hour comes so quickly you might need to do it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And when we did the radio station, we used to stop for sponsorship breaks. So we only had 22 minutes of content on the radio station, always wishing we could do more.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, we hit like 20 after the hour, 25 after the hour now, and we almost forget to get to the tip of the week. But and just a quick history with Dave and I. Dave and I have known each other 40 years, I think, and all through the years, back and forth, we would he would get something better in some genre, like a big screen TV or a videotape deck, and I would get the next one.
4-channel stereo.
Yeah.
Almost got divorced over that one.
Did you get a new nice TV?
4K.
There, the one you've been eyeballing?
Yes.
Yes.
We talked about that.
Hopefully Lynn's all right with that.
She is. When she watches our broadcast from before, she'll find out about the Roku that I had to get.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, she doesn't know about that yet.
Surprise.
Don't tell her. Nobody's listening.
Okay, no, nobody's listening.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you very much.
We've really enjoyed being able to experiment with our technology and handing it off to you to have a live remote for Cat TV, and we really enjoy having a technology show on the air. I think the viewers are really liking it and tuning in. Even though it's 8:30 in the morning, people are tuning in. So
no, and we like the fact that you're replaying our shows for us. That's a great thing, and we really love the correspondence between us. Yep.
So it's a nice collaboration.
It is.
That's the word I was looking
We're really
for.
excited about it and happy to help facilitate it. So.
Well, we're going to be pushing the limits even more with OBS this fall. So,
love it.
And I think that's where some of the problem comes in. But
true.
you know what the heck?
You got to push it through if you're going to find it.
I've already ordered my green screen that's going to cover the whole back of it. So we may be on the beach. Who knows?
Hey, that's pretty good.
I love it.
Awesome. All right, Mike.
Excellent. Well, Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Mike.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys, September, we'll be back.
That's it.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us here. I'm joined with, I don't know you.
No?
No.
Never hung out
No
before?
idea. No, just kidding. Matt Harrington here, Executive Director of the Bennington Chamber, and we're going to talk about, just quickly, Bennington May, Bennington tomorrow. We have our friends with us here.
Yes.
Our little tellies, so yeah. So very excited about that with Bennington Made.
Yep.
And where do you see it going? You know, we've grown the show, so
Well,
I'll let you go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually we're close by one of the next ones that we're going to do, which is Nick and the Chocolate Shop is going to be one of our next ones. We are, if it ever stops raining here, trying to do one with the golf course.
Yes.
And so again, the premise behind Bennington Made is just that. What are some of the products being made? And we've even stretched that a little bit with the golf course. We did it with the museum, which focused on three-dimensional building, but how does a golf course actually get made in Bennington? And then obviously some of the ones, how does the beer get made? How does Vermont Wooden Blocks? How does the chocolate shop make their chocolate? So that's the whole idea behind it. You know, if anything, we just want to keep, that's such a good program, and obviously we can see that based on people coming up to us and saying that.
Right.
So I'm a big fan of if it's not broke, or if we are experiencing wins with it, don't fix it. I mean, it really is a good recipe for a good show for you and me. And you just strap on the camera and hook me up, and we go into do a tour. And as long as people keep making Bennington products, we'll keep doing the show. I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I think it's great.
So that one's pretty easy and pretty rolls out, and we keep working with our members on that one. I would say you and I took on a different challenge with Bennington tomorrow.
Yes, that's a big one. It's a big one.
Yeah, and so that one takes a little bit more organization. We just rolled out our third episode yesterday.
Just came out yesterday.
And that was focusing on Career Month. With we had Joe Fry go out and do interviews. With middle schoolers, high schoolers about April's Career Month, and then of course I sat down with Jeannie Jenkins of CCV and the head of the Workforce and Education Committee.
There's also a little bit of a surprise at the end of that episode too.
Yes.
With
Mr. Barber, Mr. Bieber,
Mr. Barrio of the high school. Joe had a minute to chat with him about all the things he's done with the high school.
And obviously, you know, I'm big on, you know, the focus not being on me, but B, making sure that our other talents on that show and maybe on future shows get to really spread their wings and grow with that show as well. And so you'll be seeing a lot more Joe. You'll be seeing him going out. You know, obviously we've done some skits with you. And the whole premise behind Bennington Tomorrow is it's got to be fun, it's got to be relevant, and it's got to speak positively about the future of the region. And so that's what we want to focus on.
Well, I think tomorrow's definitely been a heavier lift where there's a lot more segments to it.
Yeah.
Bennington Made is simply we go on that tour and I come in and I can just chop that up, add the titles in. Tomorrow we're having a studio segment. Or in this case we went to the high school, we went to the middle school. And each of those segments, when we put those together for you guys to go through the raw footage from both the high school, middle school, there was about 40 minutes apiece. So right there is,
and a lot of credit goes to this guy right here. Usually, you know, it's nice to kind of pop in, develop the skits. Some of those skits are developed right in real time. Some of them we take a little bit more time to flesh out. But really, we give you a junk load of raw stuff, and we say, go find the funny parts in this.
Try my best.
And I think, and even the reaction over the last couple days with the Joe bit and Bennington Tomorrow have been extremely positive. We have a booth down all the way next to L&M Realty where we're just handing out information, and we've had a lot of people stop by and just say we're really enjoying, you know, just the narrative that we're trying to create. And I think, you know, as Mike and I work together on those two shows and future shows, it's really about finding that narrative. How, you know, we got two different ways we can tell the story of Bennington. We can take a negative approach to that, or we can take a positive approach to it. And you and I, a long time ago, when I first got into this role, decided let's start to make sure we're speaking some positive things. They're not, and none of them are extended truths or alternative facts. No, we're just going out and actually finding the right stories and featuring both the products and the services.
And a lot of things that sometimes people don't even know exist right now.
And you've said that a lot, Mike, where you said, you know, I've driven by this place so many times.
Who knew NSK did so many different steering columns? Who knew GVH extended their work all the way down into the Berkshires and do all these graphics down there? I had no idea.
I think that may be one extension of either both of the shows or one of the shows, is as the chamber looks to become more regional. I know we're going to have our president on a little bit later, Jonah Spivak. As we kind of reach out regionally, you know, how can Cat TV and us and even, you know, GNAT up north, how do we collaborate more together so that, you know, it's not just Bennington made products, it might become Shires made products,
and that's,
or so on and so forth.
I think where you're trying to go with that, which is good. I mean, you know, there's a lot of products made right here, so it's great to see that. You know, with tomorrow, I mean, I think we have 3 episodes out, so everyone tune into Facebook and the channels now. It's out yesterday with the Career Month one. 3 left this year because we have them every other month. It's a lot to lift between Bennington Made and that. Our next one sounds like it should be a lot of fun. With, and I'll admit this, I never knew they were around for 100 years. The Bank of Bennington.
Well, do we have the piano one first?
Piano one?
Yeah. Are we doing Sonata?
Oh, Sonatina?
Yeah, Sonatina. Are we doing that one?
I thought we were doing Bank first. Oh,
it's up to you. You're my executive producer.
Whoa.
You're my executive producer. I just show up.
You're throwing me a bone.
So anyways, stay tuned, but we have Summer Sonatina with the piano classes coming up. Obviously a big shout out to Polly with a big accomplishment this week.
Right down the Four Corners.
Right down at the Four Corners, the Compass. And then, so she's going to be teaching me how to play some piano.
Yep.
We're going to have some fun around that. And then you're talking about the 100 years over at Bennington, so talk about that Bank of Bennington.
So we went to film just their quick little bearing of their capsule, and that was kind of like the teaser we're going to have for that. So, I mean, we do have a few shows lined up. So we got the Bank, we got Sonatina, and I know we can't let him not do this year. He'd be disappointed, Mr. Chief Doucette.
Oh,
with racing the go-karts up at Sunset Playland.
You know, I might put a challenge out there between the police, the state police, and the sheriff to see can you beat the chamber director in a game of go-karts?
Yeah, yes, that would be quite interesting. So
I think as you're watching these, and you've always wondered how do they make that in Bennington, write to either the chamber here or the Cat TV, and give us your best store that you would like us to cover.
Sure,
and even Bennington Tomorrow, as we're looking for progressive ideas that are coming out. If you think you've got something, reach out to us. That's where we get our best ideas from, is our interaction with our audience.
Right. I think so, yeah. I think we've had the rest of Bennington Tomorrow wrapped up for the year, it sounds like. But we're always looking for next year because there's always something new out there.
What's new with you guys? What's going on with Cat TV?
Oh, we're busy, man. Well, we're here at Mayfest, obviously.
And I love the seats. This is like a studio.
Yeah, I know. Outdoor studio. It's nice. Well, big thing coming up. We've got in 2 weeks is graduation for the high school. So we're excited for that. Again, just creating content every day. I also mentioned about Bennington Made is not only did they win the 2 tellies, which everyone is really excited about, which is great.
Yep.
You also won back in August with you the Chamber Innovation Award.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to talk about that. Top 5 national.
I think we don't. The big thing here is that we know it's working, and that I think those accolades are really just a testimony to just encouraging you and me that hey, we're on to something, because not only is Bennington appreciating it and the region are appreciating it, some of our peers and colleagues are appreciating it in the
national
industry.
and international recognition. So, Matt,
yes,
thank you so much for joining me.
It's always fun, Michael.
It is
snotty.
It is snotty. So
snotty out.
Snotty out.
I'm still in auto. All the good things are
Look at him.
the 5 years I've been here.
Hi, welcome back. Obviously, Mike Cutler escaped us, and I guess I'm leading the show now. I've done a Cat TV takeover.
It's an interview without an interviewer.
An interview
we can do that,
with an interviewee.
Yeah.
With me is our president of the Bennington Area Chamber, really the regional chamber represented in Bennington, Jonas Spivak. He's new to the president role in this year's chamber, but really not new to the chamber at all. You've been in and among the chamber for many years.
Well over a decade, but it's nice to be still new and keeping it fresh, so I like the new title, and being president is new, and I gotta say it's something I'm very proud to be doing.
Yeah. So a lot of people have heard, and I think we've been as vocal, we've been trying to communicate as much as possible our 2020 vision, kind of the idea that we do want to remain rooted in Bennington, but we also want to expand the chamber's role to act more regionally. Talk to us a little bit about that.
I'd absolutely love to, and it's important to mention that my wife and I have a business here in Bennington. We're the Hawkins House Crafts Market. I also do graphic arts and website development under a studio called Spectrum Design. So we have a long history here. We've been a part of the community for a very long time. In fact, 4 decades. As of this June, it'll be 40 years that Hawkins House has been a part of the Bennington community. But in terms of thinking about the Bennington Chamber, we've always been a regional chamber. It's never just been Bennington. We're also Pownell, we're Woodford, we're Shasberry, we're North Bennington, Old Bennington. So we've always been a regional chamber. But what we've really done this year that is new and exciting is that we've expanded what the scope of that region is. And so, for example, now we've always had the South Shire, and I guess historically you could say that we were part of the South Shire. But now the goal of the Chamber is to incorporate the North Shire as well into one large region, and that is the focus for our 2020 vision. So right now we really have a node here in Bennington with our traditional Chamber of Commerce. We have the Welcome Center, which the Chamber runs on 279, and then our vision is to add a node with boots on the ground in Manchester. So there will really be 3 offices, if you will, for the new regional Chamber of Commerce.
And we should mention that, you know, I remember, and I often tell the story of where I think at that point either I was putting my application in for the job or I had just gotten it, and we went out to lunch, and he said, I have this kind of whisper of an idea. You know, I think we can be so much bigger and provide so many more services as a larger chamber. And we said, yeah, you know, maybe someday we'll ever get it up there. You know, I think we should mention that obviously the Manchester Chamber went out in April of last year, and that provided us with a unique opportunity to say, wow, how quickly could we actually fulfill that idea of really providing services from Bromley Mountain and Stratton Mountain through Manchester, all the way down into Arlington, into Bennington as we've traditionally done, all the way down into Pownell. And so, you know, I think last year we really took a step back, tried to figure out what does the Manchester community and the mountain community want to do. We tried, you know, we obviously partnered with the Shires of Vermont RMO group, the regional marketing organization there, and they've been a tremendous help. And then I think, you know, as we came back and we did some planning with our board, and obviously you were vice president at that point, took over the presidency on January 20th, we realized that there really was a call and a need for some regional action, some regional chamber support, both from Manchester, from Bennington. And I think the picture we always like to paint is, as I go out and as the chamber goes out and we try and draw people into this region from really around the world. I mean, we have people from China, Germany, from Colorado, all out to the West Coast. We're doing constant promotion that way, that it's actually much easier to sell more assets, right? That makes sense. And so it's much easier for me to say, in our portfolio of the chamber, in our assets, we have mountains that you can ski, we've got trails you can hike, we've got a whole river that runs through us, and we've got fine dining and great shops up in Manchester, we've got artisanal cheeses in Arlington, and we've got great shops in Bennington too. And so I think when people ask, well, why take on more? Why do more regionalizing? We say because we're stronger as a region than we are as individual towns. I don't know if you want to speak to that.
Well, I think that's a perfect way to describe it, and I'm glad you mentioned the Shires of Vermont as sort of a lead into that. The fact is we are stronger when we think bigger. We've always struggled a little bit in Bennington, as they've struggled in Manchester. When you put walls around your community, you realize that you limit your community, and there's no reason to do that. Everything that we have available in Vermont is available right here in the Shires of Vermont, and that is one of the ways that we can more effectively tell our story by thinking bigger, thinking as a group. And from my point of view, I sat on the Shires Regional Marketing Organization for 10 years, and that historically was the Bennington Chamber, the Manchester Chamber, and a lot of volunteers in between who always understood that by talking regionally, we had a powerful tool in our marketing toolbox.
And even in the last couple summits that we've gone to, we've seen just a real movement.
Well, I was just going to say, you mentioned how some of the process we went through internally over the course of last year, thinking about how we might want to grow, but that really also came out of 2 summits that we did throughout the year, sponsored by the Shires of Vermont RMO, where the North Shire and the South Shire came together to discuss what should our path forward be. And that was an historic gathering, probably 237 years since we've had that number of people from the North Shire and the South Shire together talking about what are our potentials, what are our hopes that we could do moving forward. And one of the things we heard loud and clear was a desire to regionalize.
We have an article coming out on Monday in the banner, so make sure you go over and check out that article. And again, it goes back to our messaging that we're in a very precarious spot here in southern Vermont. I think people know that. People have felt that for many years. And there's some brutal facts that we have to deal with in terms of aging population. We're not drawing in as many young people as we need to. Our schools are not in the best shape. And so we want to be making sure that the chamber is at the table, helping to communicate, some of the new goals and new vision that I know people like the Bennington County Industrial Corporation and the Regional Commission are working on, the Southern Vermont Economic Development Zone is working on.
Yep. So you've identified challenges, but the most important thing is to realize the strengths that we have.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, while you could talk about these challenges we face, we have an incredible arsenal of resources at our fingertips and people ready and willing to work on this to move us forward. And that's what I see happening.
Yeah.
You mentioned some of the demographic issues, but the fact is, look around. What's happening here is awesome.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit. You know, we got about a 1 minute left until we got another segment coming up, and we'll have to exit. But obviously, we have a lot of exciting things coming up. We've got Bennington Arts Weekend, which is the first weekend in August. We have our, famous Garlic Fest coming up. We're going to do that again, and that'll be Labor Day, and so that's, the first weekend in September. And then Oktoberfest, which we don't actually put on, but we help a lot with, and we help to promote because we like beer, brats, and that stuff.
Absolutely. And a vibrant art scene all the time.
Yeah.
Our region, our town was just recently ranked as the 3rd most vibrant community in the country.
Yeah.
And that just speaks to how vital we are.
Yeah.
So,
great. Well, Jonah, thanks so much for joining me.
It's always a pleasure.
Really and I really appreciate you kicking Mike Cutler out because, he gets way too much airtime, and we like Mike over there. And thank you also to Cat TV for allowing us to come on. You guys do a terrific job, so thanks so much. And again, thanks,
And enjoy
Jonah.
Mayfest. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Mayfest. That was a good quick break. I'm here with Kathy from Second Chance Animal Center. That was.
Yep.
I don't remember your last name. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. Komar, Kathy Komar.
All right. And it is great to see you guys here. I know you have a booth down the road, and so really just tell me a little bit about what's going on at Second Chance lately.
Well, it's a really exciting time at Second Chance. We're in the process of getting ready for all of our great summer outreach. We want to make sure that people are taking care of their animals the way they should be. We do our spay-neuter assistance program, which is 1 day a week. You can, as long as you qualify, you can participate in a deeply discounted spay-neuter process for your cat on site. And we have a separate program for dogs. So if you contact the shelter, our number is 375-2898, and we can give you any information you want. We're also redoing one of our popular programs, which is called Seniors for Seniors. And we're now calling it the Oldies But Goodies program. So anybody who's retired and wants to adopt an older cat, we waive the adoption fee. We're always looking for great homes for our cats, especially the seniors who really appreciate a quiet place to live out the rest of their wonderful lives.
Absolutely. And I know you guys have some kids camps that are running over the summer, so could you talk about that a little bit?
Yep, we do. Our annual Animal Adventure Camp begins the week of July 14th, and it runs for 5 sessions. 4 sessions are full days for kids 7 to 12. We have 1 week that's a half-day session, which is basically the morning hours for kids 5 to 6. This year, the venue is going to be the Christian Grace School in Bennington. They've been kind enough to offer us their facility for those 5 weeks. Again, you can either call us at the shelter or go to our website. You can register and pay online now for the summer camp.
That sounds super awesome. And are you going to be out in the community over the summer? Any cool events you guys will be attending?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of different outreach programs that we do during the summer months. We're here at Mayfest today. We're actually at Orvis this weekend also. They have their annual Memorial Day celebration weekend, so you'll see us there. We go to Petapalooza, which is Curtis Lumber does it across all of their stores, so we'll be in Hoosick Falls in a couple of weeks this June. Every month we're at Petco in Bennington. Also every month we're at Tractor Supply in Bennington. And these are all adoption events. So we bring cats and kittens. And if we have a dog who is good with other dogs and a dog that enjoys a lot of people being around them, we'll also bring a dog with us to these adoption events.
Awesome. And I know you guys you need volunteers to help socialize the animals and take the dogs out for walks. So if people are interested in doing that, how would they go about participating?
We have a really active volunteer program. So again, all you need to do is either call the shelter or go to our website. Our community programs coordinator, her name is Kathleen, and she is available to talk to you about the different types of jobs that we have available for our volunteers. We also take little kids as volunteers. They're called our shelter buddies, and the one thing they do is work with our cats to help socialize them. But we ask people to do a variety of things with us, including attending events, representing us in the community, walking dogs, socializing cats. We even ask people to come and help us sweep and change cat litter.
Awesome. And then, let's see, if I'm drawing a blank, is there anything I'm missing right now, really? What else do you have for me?
Well, the big thing that a lot of people ask us in the community is about our new building.
Oh, I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a pretty big one.
We're hoping to have the official groundbreaking probably the early fall months of this year. We're working with a Bennington architect, and we're working with a Vermont-based construction management team. We're in the final stages of designing the building, finalizing that, getting all the plans ready to send out for contractors to submit some of the projects that need to be done on the building. So with a lot of luck and hopefully some great fundraising that we hope the public will participate in later this year, we'll be in the building sometime next summer. So
that is so exciting.
Yeah.
And then if people want to make donations of money or items or anything like that, how can they do that for you folks?
Just like most places, you can go to our website, and if you want to donate specifically to the new building, if you go to the Donate Now button on all of the pages of our website, it gives you a list of where your money can go, whether it's the new building, to the spade neuter program. Some people just like to give general donations because they know so much of what we do is to help the animals in our shelter and in the community.
All right, well, fantastic. Thank you so much for taking time out of your exciting Mayfest day to come talk to me.
Thank you. It's always great to talk about the shelter.
It really is, and I will see you folks really soon because I'll be down to film an episode of Pets of the Week.
Which we love. Thank you.
It's one of my favorite parts of my job.
Oh, good.
All right, so that's it for Pets of... I'm just making things up. That's it for Second Chance Animal Center, and back to another interview.
Hello, everyone, and I am joined by really tall Forrest from the Rescue Squad. And
how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Thank you for taking a few minutes to talk with us.
Absolutely.
And you've had some exciting news this week, but it's also EMS week, right?
It is EMS week.
Okay, so talk about all of that. I'll let you go for it.
Sure. So EMS week is started back in the 70s, and it's a week for the EMS industry in general to celebrate itself, promote activities, community awareness, school programs, and for us, a lot of folks, especially us, we use it for employee engagement activities. Give back to the employees, cook them a meal here or there.
I saw that on Facebook. Good cooking skills. Saw that. Good job.
So it's a really, really great week. And then you mentioned we kicked off the week with some fantastic.
You did.
News.
You sure did. You sure did.
We started out the week with some great news.
Yes.
We were the first agency in Vermont. We were awarded from the American Heart Association Mission Lifeline Gold Award.
Gold, that's huge.
It's fantastic. It's the first time it's ever been given out in Vermont. It is given to agencies that focus on cardiac care, heart attack care, and by meeting a bunch of different metrics, which we did, and exceeded those over a period of time. Win that award, which is phenomenal.
That is phenomenal.
Had fantastic representation from the hospital here, the hospital
St. Peter's,
yep. And Samaritan, and just a fantastic event.
Yes. Well, I think it was awesome, and it's great to have this right here in Bennington, local rescue squad. You do such a great job with them, and all of them too.
Oh, yeah.
All your employees.
Oh, they're fantastic. We have the best EMS professionals in Vermont.
I think we do. Forrest, thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
I got to make one plug.
Absolutely, go for it.
June 24th, We're having a Rescue Fest at our station.
Rescue Fest.
It's a fundraiser for us. You come out, there's community games. I'll be in the dunk tank. Mike Cutler might be in the dunk tank.
Ooh, I didn't know about that, but all right, maybe we'll see.
Lots of games. Beard and Glasses is playing.
Okay.
It's for us to kind of open our doors, let folks in,
Awesome.
see kids play
Awesome.
games and a fundraiser for us.
Awesome, excellent. June 24th. All right, time on that?
11 to 2.
11 to 2. June 24th, 11 to 2 at the Rescue Squad.
On McKinley Street.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Forrest, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Mr. Colkeen. So I'm here with Mr. Colkeen, superintendent of SVSU.
Jim Colkeen.
Yes, Jim Colkeen. I will say that. We see you at
It's
many
Saturday.
meetings.
We don't need to be that formal.
That's right. That's right. You are very dressed down, to say the least, which is great to see. So we're really excited about. Ryan has been doing a lot of this. We started a little show with SVSU and a variety of what's happening in the school.
Great videos. You guys have done a great job with that.
So we're really excited about
Donna Leap, the assistant superintendent, has been working on that with you. So it's really nice, that you're helping us highlight all the great things that are happening.
Yeah, we've covered Medieval Day at Molly Stark, I believe, when we had the meeting there. We've done Career Month with Sophomore Career Summit. A whole host of things going on. So we're really excited about the partnership with the school. So
I did see Medieval Day at Molly Stark.
That looks like a fun day.
Yeah.
So big things are happening at Bennington schools this summer.
It's a busy summer.
Yeah. So why don't you just talk to a little bit about that?
Well, we have really an energy improvement program. All 3 elementary schools will close for the summer and become construction sites. Bennington Elementary a little bit more. It's also having new windows, put in new glazing, be more energy efficient. Also tinted to help reduce solar gain.
That's nice.
Help that way. But they're older buildings, and we're trying to keep them usable going into the future. Ventilation, air quality, converting from oil-fired furnaces to boilers to gas-fired boilers, so it'll be more energy efficient. It's a $4.4 million project for all 3 schools.
It's hefty.
Yep. And on top of that, we have 2 brand new administrators coming into BSD. So Jim Law, the longtime principal at Bennington Elementary, retires June 30th, and on July 1, Edie Dunn is our new principal coming in. And well, first thing we say to Edie, welcome, but you can't go in your building. And Kim Tenner is a new vice principal at Molly Stark, who will be replacing, if she can be replaced, Gail Johnson, who's been there, probably longer than you are old.
Oh, yes, probably.
And she'll kill me for saying that, but I think she's been over 40 years.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's a lot.
She is going to be missed, and so
absolutely.
As will Jim Law. He's dedicated to us for years.
He was my principal at Monument, if that dates him.
Yeah, he was at Monument. So those changes are coming, and we need to be flexible this summer.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we're looking forward to that's new is because of we can't run the summer programs, so as you know, the YMCA is in talks with the town, so they're also in talks with us about them helping us taking over after-school programs.
Great.
A partnership with the Y. The principals have had one meeting with them. There's going to be another one. So it should be a great partnership because they are the experts in doing those type of programs.
That's true. That's true. So I guess maybe a quick reminder for the folks at home: for the BSD schools are closing earlier than the other schools.
They are closing. Yep. So they will stop the last week of school, which is June 12th through the 16th, will be all half days because of all the packing that has to take place. Everything in every room is going to be covered and packed. And so the last day for students will be the 16th of June.
Gotcha.
For everyone else in all the SU, it'll be the following Tuesday. And the teachers of BSD will have that 19th and 20th full days for packing up.
Wow. Well, there's a lot of packing.
It is. When I toured the elementary schools recently, having been a high school teacher in my career, I'm still amazed at how much
stuff
they have.
It's great.
Good time to purge. We're also doing some of that too.
Yes,
so
true. Well,
it'll be a very different summer for us here at the Bennington School District.
But that's good though. It'll be much more efficient in the fall.
Hopefully, it'll be quieter classrooms with air changes. Everyone will be happier and healthier.
Awesome. Well, Mr. Colkeen, Jim, thank you for joining us here at
Thanks for having me.
Mayfest. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy.
I'm here with Chris Slipperly of the Southern Vermont Storm. Chris, tell us about what's going on with the Storm this year. I know you got a lot going on, a lot of new things happening.
Well, this year we're really focusing on community. This past year, we had done a Vets Home Spaghetti Dinner. We did a few other things like this cancer event next week. We have a preseason game June 10th at Tamarack High School.
Awesome.
That we're doing a fire recruitment night for that. So really got a lot of things going on as far as community. So we're looking to continue that.
Awesome, and you're actually an underwriter with Cat TV, so a couple things to look out for with Cat TV and you guys. We're going to be doing some live remote shoots with Southern Vermont Storm. What is it, Ramunto's one time?
Yeah, we're going to do a pregame show over here at the high school. We're going to do a pregame show over at Ramunto's. And Mike's going to work with us to get some promotional 30-second videos out.
I'm really happy to hear that.
I'm excited. It'll be a good opportunity for us to work together. And again, another way to kind of get involved with the community. I'm not sure I can find a better group of people than you guys to do that.
And if people wanted to support you guys or find out more about you, how would they go about doing that?
The easiest thing to do would go to Facebook and go to Southern Vermont Storm Semi-Pro Football page. It has all our phone numbers, emails, contact information, that sort of thing. That's where you're going to see most of the updates. Our schedule will end up out there. We don't have that yet, but should be very soon.
Okay, and I'm sure Cat TV would have no problem helping to promote you guys on our channel, your schedule, everything like that. When is your first game again?
Our first game will be July 15th. Believe it's going to be at the middle school. We just have to get the final schedule, but that'll be a 4 p.m. kickoff.
Okay.
July 15th.
And people will be able to find that information on your Facebook, tickets, all that stuff?
Yep, as soon as the NEFL gets us that schedule, that'll be the first place we put it. So absolutely.
Okay. I'm really glad to hear that. Again, Chris Sipperly from the Southern Vermont Storm, thank you so much for joining us on Cat TV at Mayfest.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and we are here with the man in charge of Mayfest, Mr. John Shanahan. How are you, sir?
Very good.
Good.
How you doing?
Good. Well, we're here.
Thanks for
We're
being
wrapping
here.
up our show. We just wanted to say what a great, beautiful day for Mayfest, and so many people out here. So, talk to us quickly about how many people you think are here, vendors and things like that.
100 million people.
100 million, okay.
Yeah, we don't count. Just a lot of big crowds, as everybody can see. I think you caught a lot on your camera today.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here.
Yes, absolutely.
If you don't mind, I'll take a minute to thank all the volunteers.
Absolutely.
The town of
Please
Bennington,
do, yes.
the highway crew,
Yes.
the police department.
They get here very early.
Oh, 4 o'clock in the
Yes.
morning, we all get this party started. And then we're here until 6 o'clock tonight.
Wow.
Great event. All the local organizations who added all the activity, the local entertainers who play for free.
Yeah, we got
for
band,
Mayfest.
we've got food, we've got crafts.
Cloggers are playing right now.
Cloggers.
It's just been a great day.
Yeah, and
Great
the
day.
weather could not have been better.
Yep.
It's great. So
no complaints there.
Looking forward to next year?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
We got
Start at 6 p.m. tonight. Looking forward
few
to
more
next year.
things to get ahead of you.
Just want to get through today. But nice and smooth. It was a wonderful day.
Well, good. Awesome. Is there anything happening afterwards today?
Tonight, there are events this evening.
Yep.
Yes.
Check
they
the
caught me
website.
off guard.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yep.
You weren't prepared for that one, were you?
No. There is something happening tonight, so figure it out.
I would say check Facebook for all those kind of things. So, but again, great event this year.
Yeah, everything went well here today?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And we've had a great show. A lot of great people on today.
Nice.
And we've had a lot of new faces on camera and some old faces on camera.
Yeah, it looked really sharp the way you guys had this set up.
Yeah,
Nice.
so we appreciate it. New
First year in the shade.
First year in the shade,
Yeah, I
our
know.
new
This is
set,
wonderful.
our new show. So hopefully everyone enjoyed it. We want to say thank you all for tuning in to Mayfest 2017. And we'll see you next year for Mayfest 2018. Thanks,
All
John.
right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Mike. Take care. Thanks,
too.
Cat TV.
Yeah, because we're that way. Right.
All right.